I think, you look at the program in total, and I think that, I've been pretty clear with my statements, and certainly in the past, it would be, I don't want to use the word foolish, but I think it would be not looking in the future if you take into consideration what Chris Lowery has done as a head coach. When Chris was hired here many years ago, and when he was given a contract extension, there was a reason why Paul Kowalczyk thought he was the right guy, and there's a reason why the institution, as well as the athletic director, thought he was the right guy to lead the program. And that's kind of in good times and bad. I think in a perfect world, we just keep winning, and that goes on until, we get to the Final Four and win the national championship. But sometimes there's bumps in the road, and sometimes those bumps are over an extended period of time. But when you are involved with a coach, I would use almost the example of involved in a marriage. It's easy to really get divorced when things aren't going well, but can you see past that and see, hey, this is the person that I got married to, and maybe we're off track just a little bit now, but I was confident of why I got married to that person. So we're going to ride this rough patch through because I know we can make it together. So I hope that, just saying, let's, change coaches, that would be, in my opinion, certainly the easy way out. But I do not feel that that would be the best thing for the program at this time.
I think the response from season ticket holders who have been watching the moves that you all were going to make would be, I might not renew my season tickets. We saw your single game ticket numbers go down. So how are you going to address that with fans and kind of guarantee that those season ticket holders stick with the program and that you keep people coming to the games?
Well, there is a certain amount that no matter what, when you're winning, the fans will come, and when you're not, they're going to come less. We realize that. I think that, myself, the coaching staff, our athletic staff, what we need to do is get the word out that, we want you to come to Saluki basketball. We might be in a rough patch right now, but the reality is we've got a lot of solid, long-time supporters of SIU basketball, and certainly there's some casual fans who are going to make the decision to come or not to come, but I'm pretty confident that we've got a big core of support, and it's up to all of us to get out in the community, the Rotary clubs, the Lions Club, the Elk, et cetera, and talk to people and keep inviting them back to, the arena. I mean, we've did a $30 million renovation with video boards and things like that, and try to do reunions and a million other things to attract fans, not only for the basketball, but a lot of value-added stuff. And we hope that they will see that. And plus, I guess also our sincere efforts on trying to turn it around. There's a lot of places that have fickle fans. I don't see this as one of them. We do realize that we have to win to attract the fans and get back to sellouts, but I'm very confident that we've got a group of hardcore Saluki fans that can see past, this momentary struggles that we're going through right now, and I think they're going to come back.
Are you concerned about contributions to the program?
Well, that goes hand in hand. I think a lot of people, when we did our Saluki Way campaign, those were payable over a 5-year period of time, most of those commitments. So people are, in effect, I think, our core fans in it for the long haul. But at the same time, I have concerns about a great many issues. How many tickets we're going to sell in football, contributions for basketball, you name it. But it is our staff's job, as well as our coaches' jobs, to get out to the public, ask people to keep supporting us, make a compelling case, and that's kind of the blueprint for asking people to stay involved.
I think the number one thing is that we haven't met with all of our players. Now we expect everybody to be back. Obviously, that was at the conference tournament. That's going to return. So we have a player and coach meetings after the season, and at this point we're not expecting anything crazy to happen.
Chris, I'm saying WSIL. You talked about fans interested back into the game. Is there any way in particular, at least through the offseason, just going into preseason for next year, is there anything that you're going to do to at least get the student body interested in the games? Like we saw Bruce Weber actually comes to the doors. Is there anything like that?
Well, I think the number one thing is that we stopped doing that because we brought them to the arena. We brought pizzas. We actually have done that still, but we haven't publicly said we do stuff like that. I think that's the number one thing with me, is that we got to continue to get to them and get the students to come back. And but it's just like anything else. You have to give them something to want to be around. And I've always been a part of the student side of it, because I understand the component. And we've done pizza parties in the arena after practice and had them come to practice last 5 minutes. But I think that the dog pound has been the biggest thing that I've been associated with it, as opposed to the students, because the incentives of being a dog pound and be able to sit there, we have to find out what the students want, I think, more, and look at it at that point, and then go from there.
Chris, how has this whole situation affected recruiting, or has it at all?
Well, I think the number one thing is that all the recruits that signed are coming here, and unfortunately we've had media people call them and ask them questions that they shouldn't, and that's why there's no story about it, because they all said they were coming, and that's not really fair to them, and it's not fair to their parents. They're coming here obviously because of me, but number one is because of this place, and that is the number one reason. And to question that in a time where it's an unknown is wrong. But these guys are coming, and that's the good part about recruiting. We signed them; they're coming. They're excited.
Same thing with 2012.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have a commitment still in 12. So I mean, those and like I said, these are all kids that knew us when they were little kids, and saw how kids played for me, and want to be a part of that experience. Not the experience that we've suffered through the last couple of years, but the experience of seeing us and seeing how hard we play, and hearing things as a kid when you hear a commentary say, these guys always play hard. If you want to know what it means to play hard, watch this program. And those are the reasons why we've gotten the kids we have right now.
I can't determine at the present time when all the contractual stuff will be completed. So we'll move as fast as we can. Obviously, we need to and want to get new assistant coaches in. Certainly the right assistant coaches. So we're not going to necessarily rush out and do something. But at the same time, these things take a little time. So don't know the answer to that, but bear with us a little bit.